Well, I wish I would have known more in high school. I would have, used his free labor to help me. But when he was 18, he was going to go into the military, and then he just came up with the idea, maybe I should go into real estate. So when he was 18, he went down to Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona School of Business, studied, took his test, passed, and he's in his 6th year of real estate right now at the age of 23. He's really good with people. It's funny because me doing real estate, you get people in your car and you have different conversations, and I've been doing it, this is my 31st year, and having him be in the business, it's funny because he'll be in the back seat with the male clients, and they have way different conversations than I ever had. They'll be talking about motors and motorcycles, and they're always trying to hook him up with one of their granddaughters or something, and so it's fun, and he's very easygoing, and so he's, and he cares about things. When he first got into real estate, though, it was funny because he wanted to know everything. He wanted to know everything about real estate until he felt comfortable. So after first year or so, he realized that every one of our transactions, something always came up, and I would have to ask people, or I would have to figure out how to fix it or do something. So I think he got to the point where he realized that real estate is an ever-changing business that you have to be in. So I got into real estate in 1989, got my license then. My dad was the president of the association in 1991. At that time, of course, I didn't know any better, and so he said, hey, do you want to be education chair? So kind of like what I did with Gunnar, I'm like, get involved. And so I was education that year. So I've always, even in high school, I was in leadership. So I've always had that in me. But it took me until 2009 till I actually became more involved myself because of being in property management. I wasn't involved in that part of real estate as much. And so in 2009, I was asked to become part of the Women's Council of Realtors here in Lake Havasu. So in 2010, I became their president. And back in the day, there was competition for becoming a gold chapter for Women's Council, and so you had to become part of the board of your real estate of Lake Havasu Association Realtors. So that's why I joined there, and then of course moved up through the ranks and became president of LHAR in 2013. Well, coming up through the ranks, I always tell people to get involved with Women's Council first because you do it on your own. When you get involved with an association, whether it be local or state, you have staff people, and so it's a lot easier because they do a lot of the hard work for you. I've always enjoyed leadership, and some people say, how do you have time for business? It ruins your business. And actually, until recently, 2013, wasn't good time in real estate back then. But I actually did the best business I did in 2013 until most recently. But I've always learned in looking at past leaders as I've seen them coming through and campaigning and things, and it seems like the people more involved are the people doing more business too, because they're prepared to do the business, So I've never felt that leadership has taken business away from me. In fact, being in the business for 31 years, most of my business is referral work, and I get a lot of referrals from around the country because of my leadership role.